I'm finna crash out. Can't get rid of me, that's what they really mad about.
Crash out, crash out, crash out!
Crash Out, the sitcom.
I can't calm down. I'm going to be indicted. Indicted!
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Crash Out the Sitcom. This your host with the most, the grossest uncle, T.I.O. Val.
This your boy A Omega with the funky the flavor, aka the Funkle, the Drunkle. There, the AO, aka the Fail.
The Fail Ale. Today we got a really cool episode. Friday the 17th, fake fame, political puppets, and New Mexico's hidden story.
Whoa!
Bots, ballots, and buried secrets. The unluckiest episode yet is what
This is what it's turning out to
is
be.
what we're telling everybody.
Yeah,
We're unpacking how
heavy
hip hop
shit.
got attacked by algorithms,
Oh shit! Okay.
how politicians bought the beat,
That I can see that. I can really see that there.
and how New Mexico's past still hums with mystery and madness, from Alaska's floods to ABQ's neon comeback. It's all chaos, culture, and conspiracy
All that blue
here
light
at Crash Out the Sitcom. How are you doing today, Omega?
Yo, man, I'm doing good. I'm feeling all right there, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Tired.
It's been a good one. A liar. Yeah, I am lying.
No, I said tired.
Tired there. Yeah, tired. But, you know, we still got to keep trucking on. You know what I mean? Us as, you know, our individuality there, the way that we, you know, proceed to, you know, do our daily life there.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody move like us. And we already know that there.
You know what's
So-
crazy?
And that's a hard
I
thing
was
for other
thinking
people
about
to
this the other
fathom.
day. I was like, a lot of podcasts, right? They have big ass fucking teams. I have A Omega as a co-host. I have my brother helping us with audio and visual,
Uh-huh.
and I help
That's
with setup. You know what I mean? It's really not that hard. You know, it's
We set up, we break down.
and then we do research throughout the week, whether we see things on Reels or
Send stuff to each other. I mean, we're very involved. We digging in the information crates. You know, before we used to dig into the information, dig into the crates musically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once we adapted into the digital era, we're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna get it in.
Well, I feel like once rap got like redundant and like okay, I already heard a bunch of this shit. I was like, I want to hear about conspiracies and rumors and all kinds of shit. I just really become
Other stuff there.
enthused with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We are going to be talking about a lot of things that the news isn't talking about, or maybe just starting to talk about now.
Yeah, bring it up to point.
Alaska just got hit with floods from
Man.
Typhoon Halong.
Those poor folks.
This just happened in western Alaska, unleashing a lethal combination of storm surge, hurricane force winds, and flooding. Remote native villages like Kapunk and others were among the hardest hit. Homes floated off the foundations and were swept away entirely. Very sad. At least one person died. Two remain missing, and over 1,500 residents are displaced, many seeking refuge in school gym shelters.
That is just, I mean, again, when I see some of these reels from the people that are able to post some of this there, I mean, it's literally a mile-wide lake, you know? From
Yeah,
some-
when you showed me that clip before the episode, I was like, damn, that
this
it really
was no
does look
joke.
like
it
it's
looks like
as
Rio
wide.
Doso.
Yeah, it's as wide as like what's one of our big lakes that we have?
It's like big like Cochiti.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Like, it's
Or like
big
Abiquiu or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really, really crazy to see. Really sad. A lot of these things are happening. You were talking about it could be a possibility in the tectonic plates, right?
Yeah, because they just had the earthquake there that they had in Alaska. So I was kind of thinking in my little peanut there that, hey, you know what? This might be this might be something that's going on with that. You know what I mean? Like reoccurring that might have something to do or be involved in. So
Could be.
yeah, I mean, we just gotta make sure and check out all the facts, folks.
Rescue efforts by the Coast Guard, National Guard, and local agencies struggled with severe damage, dangerous weather, and the sheer remoteness of the affected communities, meaning like it was really hard to get to them and save them because of how remote it was when the water hit, you know?
That and just, I mean, being far out there, you know what I mean? Depending on that level of that. I mean, where they literally are the Alaskans. I mean, they're not. They're just down like a little ridge, a little berm.
Right.
You know what I mean? To the river, and the river's vast. Like, I mean, it's big. It's good enough for the river, but it's not but it's fast flowing. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and sources are saying the disaster underscores how climate change is intensifying storms, especially vulnerable coastal and Arctic regions, where rising sea levels and changing weather patterns magnify risks.
Okay.
So yeah, many prayers go out to Alaska.
I hope these folks figure it out.
No, they will. And I hope the Coast Guard could really assist a little bit more. You know what I mean? I know they're doing all they can, but let's try to give them as much help as we can in this time of need for them. All right, moving along. Streaming manipulation. I know we heard about it a lot when they were talking about the whole Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, right? They were saying that Kendrick was assisted by bots in order to win the war against somebody like Drake, right? But they're also saying that they use the same tactic to blow up any artist. Any artist can come from nowhere. The streams and the bots can blow them up, get 10 million plays overnight. Then every blog calls the street's new voice. But behind it and all the numbers, it's a big old team in Eastern Europe running AI-generated fans listening to the same track 24/7. What do you think about that, Leo?
Man. That made me laugh. Straight up. Took my breath away.
Yeah.
Because I know some folks, I'm not going to say no names there.
Right.
Talk to them on the World Wide Web.
Oh, yeah.
And
3 million views.
They're tapped in with some certain things. And I'm like, I'm good. I know you're involved in that, but me personally, I don't want to be involved with anything that's in a gray area,
Yeah.
I'd rather be on my solidified side and know the right from the wrong.
Well, the only plus to it, right, is that the labels will see the buzz, right? But then they sign the artist and suddenly he's legit. And then
it's the Cardi B thing, right?
Yeah.
Selling the albums on the street.
Yeah. Because the catch is, right?
That's what it is.
Once the bot stops, so does the fame. Right? Welcome to the new payola. No DJs, just data.
Man, all I hear right now is Glorilla.
Well,
that's all I hear on
and
this
who's
radio.
who's to say that she wasn't put here to spread that message that Glorilla is spreading, and then they they have the bots hype up the plays on all the YouTube
They just keep it
videos,
rolling.
all the streams, all the music video watches.
3 songs an hour.
Yeah,
I mean, three. You play that 3 times an hour. Come on, there.
No, they're doing it like repeatedly, like on loop. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about this earlier. It's literally like 10,000 phones hooked up to one port.
That's the one we were talking about in the early episode there.
Yeah.
So that's definitely the. It's always been like that.
Yeah. Well, not really. It started. So remember Payola, the original Payola? What was that? Let's give the audience a little education on what Payola was.
Okay.
Or is still. You remember?
No.
Okay. So Payola is basically like when you're like, oh, I just dropped this song, and then you're like, I need the DJ to play my hit, right? So then you go to the DJ. Song could be whack as shit. And you pay the DJ, you pay the...
I wasn't that good enough.
You pay the A&Rs, you pay whoever you need to pay to get it played. And this is the new way of doing that without having to pay anybody but the people that are running the bot farms. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
So like say you want 50 million followers on Spotify. You hit up these Western Europe bot farms and you say, dude, I really need 50 million followers on Spotify, and they not only do that, but then they go to the YouTube and they do the same thing with all the YouTube videos, every single song you have out. It's crazy, dude. Yeah, that's how most of these. Because before you get to pay, right? And then they said that there was we talked about this before, that there's a speculation that some of these record labels, they say, yes, our artist sold 1 million copies, but what they really did is they bought 1 million copies from themselves and they just get rid of them however they can. And then they just show the SoundScan numbers that they just sold 1 million copies, no one knowing that the record label just bought them to hype up the sales for that artist. So
Right.
there's a bunch of different things that go on, you know.
That's crazy. I did not know.
Along with this next topic, right? Rappers turn political puppets. What is it called? The candidate's cosigner. Election year rolls around. Suddenly, your favorite rapper's on stage with a politician they never even mentioned before, talking unity behind that handshake, a six-figure consulting deal, and a brand partnership waiting on the other side. What do you think, Ao?
On this one,
What do you know?
not too much there, but all I know is there. If I'm gonna contribute to somebody's campaign, I got to show face.
Well, check this out.
Politically, there. I mean, if
When
you're coming
Trump and Biden were going against each other, right? And Biden had his big old rally, Trump had his big old rally. Biden was paying the likes of like Rihanna, Eminem, a bunch of other people. I don't know who else. There's a bunch of people on that list, but I know Rihanna and Eminem were on that list, and they got paid like $6 to $10 million each to show up and perform and show their support for Joe Biden.
That's some crazy shit.
And
dog.
I don't know. To me, that's crazy because later you find out that Joe Biden and Trump. Like, I don't really know too much about politics, but people are saying that these two people are pieces of shit, right?
Like sports.
So then all I could say is, it seems like these two people are pieces of shit. That's like all I really have to go off of, right? So when you see these,
I'm gonna avoid them both.
yeah, exactly. So when you see your favorite rappers on stage with another piece of shit, you're just like, damn, is my favorite rapper a piece of shit now?
Like, what happened there? Like,
yeah.
what turned it off?
Yeah. So they definitely are getting paid, and those what is it called? Like their budget. What is it called? Like their campaign fund is definitely funding the pockets of these influencers, rappers, singers. I think even Beyonce showed up to the Biden thing.
Okay.
Someone, I don't know. There's a bunch of crazy shit, dude. A bunch of crazy people that showed up to these things. I didn't really see anybody at like the Trump one, but a couple years back, I did see Little Pump. They probably paid Little Pump to show up. You know, Little Pump, he was super famous at the time for the Gucci Gang song, right? And then that year, Trump had him on stage, and
where did that little speaker go?
Ah,
Yeah, exactly. Good question. Huh?
yeah. It's like
Good question.
they kind of
there.
just say this, we'll give you some money, go away, and
I love
go
it.
do your own thing.
I love it.
Moving along, the ghostwriting ethics, the verse that broke the code, a leaked reference track drops. Fans realize their lyrical hero didn't write that bar that they quoted all year long. In pop, it's just a collaboration. In rap, it's sacrilegious. Forums explode, artists pick sides, and suddenly the debate isn't just on who wrote that. It's about who still means what they say. Hip hop was built on authenticity until the charts get involved.
Straight up. I mean, and that's the word of bond. You know what I'm saying? We ain't fucking trying to say that we have a fucking Bentley and I'm rolling in a Honda. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to portray anything that I record with falsity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to tell y'all or steer anybody in the wrong way when we do some.
Or if you were to
stuff.
ghostwrite for someone, right, you wouldn't be writing that unless they really had that shit, right?
I mean, writing, being an influential writer, with that being said, somebody that ghostwriting there, I mean, you got to portray their persona or their character.
Right.
As far as your individuality there, you want to portray who you are.
Like when Jay-Z wrote for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, right?
It's hard. You get crossed over.
What was it? Was that the next episode? No, it wasn't the next episode. It was Dre's Back or whatever the fuck song that was.
Okay.
But Jay-Z definitely wrote that with Dr. Dre and Snoop in mind, right? And then he writes it down and sends it out to him, and all they have to do is spit those same exact words
And that's it.
with their own cadence, right? Because that's what Jay-Z had in his mind when he wrote this shit. But what they're talking about is like, in pop music, when songwriters get together and they make a song and they do pop splits. Have you heard of this? A pop split?
Man, it's been a long time since I've been pop.
So
hip-hop.
A pop split is where everybody that's involved with the track gets the same exact amount of percentage on the residuals that come from the track when it's sold. But then
So it's money shit.
yeah,
Okay, I got you on that.
but in hip hop, it's like, say me and you were on a track, and there was a third or fourth person on the track,
Right.
and say it was our album, we would be able to go 100%, 100% on the album, right?
Right.
And we can give the rappers whatever percentage we felt would be fair for them putting a verse on that song, right? But with pop splits is different. No matter what you did, you're gonna get the same amount, 20%, 10%, 15%.
Right.
And what happens with that is they end up making like 10 times more money than any rap song that's ever been put out, because when the writers come together and the composers come together like that, like pop ones, that professional, like they know how to make magic. They know what people want to hear. They know what people want to dance to. They know what kind of emotion they're gonna set off with the song, right?
Right.
But
Cardo. Yeah.
but with rappers, it's a little harder. You have to like work at making that happen, right? Like it has to be the perfect beat with the perfect fucking hook and the perfect verses.
That's why you so particular.
Yeah, and
that's why you do that.
And so it's just saying, like, do you think the ghostwriters should be, looked down upon in rap? Is what they're talking about.
Me personally, we all need a little help sometimes. We all get writer's block. Let's not forget that. If you've been writing in the fucking notebooks for, so many years, you know what I mean? You got your composition, in books inside of the motherfucking.
And it's hard to come up with fresh
in
ideas.
the shoebox,
yeah.
which I still do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I didn't throw none of that shit away. You know why? Because it's just the poetic essence in me. I could not throw that shit away. But with that being said, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of help there. You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna do the whole album for you there, I understand that there, because you might be a little bit fucking lazy and you're trying to take some time off. But with that being said, you know what I mean? That's on the real. Yeah. That's on the real. I've had everybody come and help me out. You know what I mean? Like, hey, just to fill in, do the damn thing. You know what I mean? Felt like a villain, but it was for the better of it, because some of those strong songs there came out to be some of the strongest on the playlist there, or maybe be the strongest that you never know that kind of didn't cross your mind as something so strategic.
Well, I know that I've written verses for you, right? And you've
Of
actually
course.
given me bars on songs, and
yeah, we bounce back and
they've
forth.
actually come out really cool, and we don't argue and fight over the fact like, oh,
I wrote
that for you.
Yeah.
You owe me money. So I think it's cool. I think Drake, he got a lot of flack for it, right? He had a team of ghostwriters that's been helping him since day one.
A team, I can see a one-man team, like your best friend or your group member, or
no, he has like five. He has like five motherfuckers helping him.
Outsourcing like that there, that means you got internet trolls looking for fresh lyrics like ours. And
but not only
you want to jump and capitalize on those undeveloped people right away and stunt that from them.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up.
Well, because maybe
that's where I'm gonna crash.
Maybe
out.
Sometimes people have the lyrics, but they don't have the voice, right? And then sometimes they have the voice, but they don't have the lyrics.
It's just like that, man. It's like growing old there, man. I fucking lose my mind. My body's good. My body's fucked up. I still have my mind.
Yeah.
It's a fucking double-edged sword. It's fucked up. We save lives every day, folks. There, Anthony already tells you that there. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it here on the Crash Out for sure. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's fucked up. Ghostwriters, I love y'all. You know what I mean? Every time I need a little help there, whatever. You know what I mean? As long as I'm not having you write my whole album, because that just seems like laziness, and that's on the real.
Well,
that's from your boy.
And then you're not really representing your own self within the album,
No, that's other people's influence there, just to fucking ride on the flow.
Yeah.
What are you really bringing to it as far as originality, authenticity, fucking genuinity? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
I think even like Future and like Ray Shremmer, they've even written songs that Beyonce, she was like, oh, I like the lyrics. I bet you I could sing the shit out of that. And she
yeah, Sway Lee.
Yeah.
Sway Lee, yeah, of course.
I think he wrote Lemonade.
He wrote
for
a
her.
lot of that shit there too. We can't forget that a lot of these artists there, they're so fucking busy that they don't have the time to even write their own shit.
Well, not only that, is they're not even tapped into like the younger crowd anymore, right? Like they were tapped into when we were younger, like in Destiny's Child or Jay-Z was first coming out, right? But then now, 25 years later, they need help on what's fresh, what's new, what's hip to the hip hop shit. You know what I mean? Like they don't know now. They're all about money, honestly. So moving on. Sorry.
Fast cars.
Death and virality. The algorithm never grieves. They're saying the moment that an artist dies, timelines flood with tribute posts, playlists, and exclusive merch drops, all before their families even spoken about the death itself. Blogs cash in on traffic spikes. Labels re-release deluxe editions, and fans argue over legacy like stock prices.
Always.
What do you think about this, Ao?
Dog, that shit always fucking been there. The company is going to protect their profit there. They're going to fucking get theirs before your family even sees the residuals of, the loss of your loved one. You know what I mean? Or the royalties and all of that there.
And I don't know if we mentioned this or not, but remember when Juice WRLD passed away, and then like within a week, they had a bronze statue inside of Interscope Records of Juice WRLD sitting on the globe, and it said something along the lines of his passing, like "you'll always be missed" and shit. And I'm like,
how much does that cost?
No. How long does it take to make a bronze statue?
I mean,
do you get where I'm getting at?
Exactly.
Like if you knew someone was gonna die, you're like, hey, bronze statue company, can you make me a bronze statue before Juice WRLD passes away? Because I have a strange feeling
it's premeditated.
Juice WRLD's gonna pass away this week, so we need a bronze statue. I'm saying it's not impossible.
It's not unfathomable.
It's not impossible for a record label exec to be like, oh shit, people are making mad money off Tupac still. He's still the highest selling rapper of all times, 15 years in a row.
Don't get it twisted.
We need to kill our best artist and start
West Side
and turn him into a rest in peace memorial. You know what I'm saying? And
but these graves and you know what I mean, the algorithm, the new Greaves, you know what I mean? Like it's always been a fucked up thing with them. Even with us there, I mean, we still can't even get any kind of repercussions or any kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like recognition even.
Well, even there's a conspiracy saying that when Nipsey Hussle was working on his album with Diddy, right? That he was clapping in the studio and Diddy was like, "Hey dog, don't be clapping like that." And like Nipsey's like, "Fuck that, I'm gonna clap all night." And
okay.
Pause, but he was like going against Diddy's words.
He was going against the grain.
And then literally like 3 weeks later,
that's when that shit happened.
Like a little bit after that, Nipsey passed away from the gun shooting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that album was released, and the executive producer was Diddy, and that was the last album that Nipsey put out. So it's just a little fishy to me how things pan out sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People around you, gotta keep your eyes open. Beware your surroundings.
It's Crash Out the Sitcom, episode 13, but this is Friday the 17th. I'm your host with the most, the grossest uncle, T.I.O. Wow. This is my homie right here.
This your boy A Omega with the funky dope flavor, aka the Fayo, the AO. You know what I mean? The Fayo AO, the Funko, the Drunko. You already know what it is there, but you know what I'm saying? I'm always with me right here. We about to crash out with fucking everything that we got there. And I got my dog right here, my brother, my partner in crime, my spicker. This your boy Val.
And
you know what I'm saying?
When we come back after this break, we're going to be talking about the good, bad, the ugly, and bizarre of New Mexico. So sit back, roll up another blunt. I know I'm going to, and we'll be right back.
Keep your ears open, spicker.
Crash out, crash out, crash out!
I can't calm down. I'm gonna be indicted. Indicted.
Welcome back to another episode of Crash Out the Sitcom. This is episode 13, but it's Friday the 17th. We're going to be talking about the good, bad, the ugly, and the bizarre of New Mexico.
We always do.
I am your host with the most, the grossest uncle.
It's your boy A Omega with the funky dope flavor, aka the Funko, the Drunko.
The Fail
Fail
AO.
AO. Y'all already know. AO.
All right. So the good of New Mexico right now, so a place that we definitely adore, a place that we definitely have, we've eaten this place while we've written literally every album that we've ever put out.
Don't tell me, man.
Um,
Don't tell me that, man.
The Last Call wasn't just a TV show.
Oh,
It was a love letter to New Mexico's grit and nightlife. You
yeah.
remember getting the carne asada fries after the club?
Cut it out, dog. Man, everything man, I remember when we go to Knob Hill and we get that, man.
Yeah, shot right here in Albuquerque.
Right there, man. We would always be there late night, early morning, whenever they opened, pending when we wanted to. I mean, shit, you'd be like, yo, carne asada fry. I'd be like, yo, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. I got gas money.
And I know there's other places in town that have tried to emulate it. Like, shout out to California Burrito Company. They tried.
They did good. They tried. It wasn't up to standard. I'm sorry. I told them, yo, I won't deny it. They didn't fry it.
Yeah.
They tried it, but they didn't fry it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It gave the city its own raw identity before local was trendy. Now it's back, rebooted, revived, and ready to show that mix of dust, neon, and danger that you can't fake. No fillers, no gloss, just Albuquerque real and proud as ever. Welcome back, fucking Last Call. I fucking love it. Best news I've heard all fucking month.
Show that shirt.
I've heard
Show
about
that shirt, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Show that shirt.
Yeah. I got one of the original Last Call t-shirts.
I remember when you got
Definitely been a fan. I usually don't buy merch from anything unless it's something worth
We
buying
miss
merch
you,
for.
dog.
And
we're glad you're back.
I definitely missed the Last Call. So welcome back
Welcome
officially.
home. Welcome home.
Welcome back, Last Call. The only thing bigger than hip hop right now is them carne asada fries. All right.
That's on the real.
All right, moving along. The Bad of New Mexico. This is a little trip into the past. We're going to go back to the 1980s.
You got some familia that could probably relate to this one there. So, trip out, show your pop, show your uncle.
What was the craziest story you heard about the Santa Fe prison riots?
Oh, man. Like, I remember actually one of my best friends' dad, man, he was an old school cat there, you know what I mean? He started there, he was about 2-3 years in. You know what I mean? Been there since, the latter part of the 70s. And that cat said he had seen some.
He was a guard or prisoner?
No, he was a guard.
Okay,
man.
and then what did he see?
Yeah, he said he saw somebody that was literally like pushed through, you know what I mean? Like the fencing, you know what I mean? Like the tiers of, you know what I mean? Where the wiring was to keep everybody separated, you know what I mean? From the tiers on the top, you know what I mean?
Someone was smushed
like
through
the bar,
it?
yeah, you know what I mean? Smushed in with like, up against, he said that the mattress was pushed against him, you know what I mean? So he was like basically like a s'more in between like the actual barring of the friggin' tier and his body, and then just the mattress, and everybody just kept compressing it until
Everyone just pressed up against
and everybody,
it.
yeah, it was just, he said,
Until he was
literally
smashed through the bars. Oh my God.
there. And I was like, and he was there, you know what I mean, for about maybe 18 years after that, you know what I mean? And he retired
After the riots, he was there for another 18 years?
Yes,
Damn.
yes.
You're a soldier, homie. What was his name?
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna say no.
Oh,
names.
yeah. We don't.
Gonna say no names, but that was on some CrashOut shit there.
Yeah.
And I remember I've been, friends with this particular individual there until his passing there for many years. And yeah, he told me some stuff there. We'd go hang out and drink some beers, and he would let it loose. You know what I mean? And it was good. I don't know why. He just felt like I was just an outlet for him. Just somebody to, not his family. You know what I mean? It was my one of my best friends, but you know what I mean? Like in general there, he just felt like, hey, you know what? You're different from my family. I feel like I'm a different outlet for you. But yeah, that one for me there, when he told me that, I was like, wow. You know what I mean? You were
The craziest
you
story.
were 3 years into that, being at a new job for 3 years, and that happens. Like
On your third year, and then you
you're
stay
like
for
a
18 more.
Yeah, you're like 20-some years old. You know what I mean?
That's nuts,
Like,
dude.
yeah. Like,
well,
fuck.
remember T.O.E. He was telling us that his grandpa worked there, and he said that the prisoners had so much respect for my cousin's grandfather.
Yeah,
He
shout
was a
out
guard
TOE.
there. Yeah, shout out T.O.E. That the prisoners just pushed him out the door and said, "Bro, get out of here.
You don't want nothing to do
We're
with
about
this.
to tear shit up. We
We're
don't
gonna
want
save
to
you.
do anything to you at all."
We're
So
gonna save you.
that was one thing that I've heard. And then, you hear the stories about people getting burnt into the ground, like there's still like a silhouette, I guess,
Man.
of a person burnt
Well,
into the
especially
floor.
if you're in a higher tier there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna drip down. You know what I mean? Liquids are flammable, and make it rain fire. That's what'll happen there. You know what I mean? Water and grease. We all know there the fucking grease sits on top of the water.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So those are some of them things about that Santa Fe, that riot there, and it's not one of our better, sides of us as far as
Yeah, that's
New
one
Mexico.
really, really bad story. I
But, yeah.
I hit up Rob Zombie, which was crazy. I hit him up on
What?
Instagram, and I was like,
What did
I was
you tell
like-
him to do a story about that?
yeah, I was like, dude, I was like, if anybody does a movie about the Santa Fe prison riots, it has to be you.
Okay,
Just because
that makes sense.
because he gets the facts right? So he'll go and he'll research
Yes.
every single fact, every little gory detail, and he'll play that shit out on the film. You know what I mean?
I got you.
It would be not cool to see, but it would be interesting to see
His
rendition of that. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
Rob Zombie, if you see this or you open up your messages and you see my shit on Instagram, please make a movie
Santa Fe
about.
prison riot.
Yeah, dude. I
Very
think it
rural.
would be really really spectacular.
Right up your alley.
Yeah, and right up your alley for sure.
Mhm.
Moving along.
Good shit, Val. I like that. That was a really damn good point.
Well,
there. As far
I
as-
think our shows are getting a little bit better and better each episode because
we are in the October, season there, henceforth there. You know what I mean?
Oh
Where
yeah,
everything around us.
it's
is right
easy to
now.
go
The
creepy in
spirit
October.
there,
It's so
this
easy
and
to
that.
go creepy
You
in
know what I mean?
October.
But we're not like really into that. You know what I mean? We dabble there, but we're not really heavy into it. I mean, I'm not into though.
You know what I'm really
the
heavy
war
into?
anymore,
I'm heavy into weed, my family, and I'm heavy into being creative and coming up with cool things to do with
Because
my
we want
homies
to
and
crash
shit.
out on all of y'all lames.
Yeah,
That's what we want to do. We wanna
and
keep
being
it real.
consistent. I'm really heavy on that and loyalty, of course. But that's neither here nor there. Moving along, the ugly of New Mexico.
Uh-oh, what do y'all think it is?
This is from the 1940s, 1950s. So this one, we're kind of taking you back on a trip through memory lane.
Okay.
Some of the crazy shit that's ever happened in New Mexico, like what we were just talking about, the New Mexico Santa Fe prison riots. The ugly, though,
Hit me with it.
the Los Alamos. Sorry.
The Los Alamos.
The Los
Los
Alamos
Alamos.
human radiation experiments.
Oh.
After World War II, while the world celebrated scientific progress, something grim was happening behind the scenes in Los Alamos National Laboratory. During the atomic bomb era, early years, U.S. scientists secretly injected hospital patients with plutonium, often without their consent, to study how radiation moved through the body.
Sounds like cancer.
I'm going to stop right there. Doctors are probably, like, historically, like, I'm not saying doctors nowadays, like, my doctor is awesome. You know what I mean? I can
We
never
save
picture,
the world every day,
yeah,
there, folks.
I can never picture my doctor or my personal care physician or whatever doing anything crazy like this. But
How do you know that?
imagine being a doctor in the beginning time of doctorism, right? And you're like, I want to know how radiation flows through the body, and that's the only thing you want. That's the only thing you want to wonder. Yeah, that's the only thing you want to wonder, and that's what you're going to study this week is how radiation flows through the body, and this is how they're able to write books and books and books and books on how to do anything with the body, right? It's just scary that
Anatomy is
the
crazy.
trial and error that they had to go through is what I'm trying to crash out on. You know what I mean? But definitely Los Alamos, people were, The scientists were, I shouldn't say the people, the scientists were secretly injecting patients with plutonium just to see how radiation moved through the body. And then some of these experiments happened in New Mexico, the birthplace of the bomb.
Oh,
The
yeah.
test
Down there.
subjects were everyday people, many poor, sick, and unaware they were part of an experiment that would slowly poison them. See, that's crazy. Back then, they were just like, "Hey, we have this program. You want to be part of it?
I need to get out of the house.
I'll give you a quarter." Like not a quarter of weed. Like they were literally doing this for like
They're money,
25
monetary,
cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Donate your blood, right?
this is the
Nice one.
1940s, 1950s. Like the currency was like what? Like what was a lot of money back then? That was like, take off your hat. That's $1 bill, boy.
They had penny candies. I mean, you had nickel dimes. You know what I mean? Quarter would probably get you a long way. You
That's
know
what I'm saying. So like you give a
Yeah.
family, like a family of 4, you give them a quarter and they get $1 for the day. They're all gonna be like, yeah, that neon green shit in the fucking syringe. I'm down. Just put that shit in me.
Pending, who
Pause.
knows? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But with that, you know, I can say they've always been fucking with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've always been fucking with
Well, then
us.
check this out. Decades later, the truth came out about the declassified documents revealing how progress was built on hidden pain. It's one of New Mexico's ugliest shadows, proof that the same desert that gave the world scientific brilliance also became a quiet testing ground for human lives.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, it's dirty where I'm from. Yep.
It's dirtier where I'm from.
It's dirty where I'm from.
We're from New Mexico.
It's dirty.
It's dusty down here.
Uh-huh.
All right, moving along. The Bazaar of New Mexico, the mystical disappearance of the mystical. Watch yourself. The mystical disappearance of Judge John Benedict in the 1880s. Sorry, the late 1880s. Judge John Benedict was traveling through the desert near Mesilla, New Mexico, carrying
That's north, right?
carrying court documents and hefty amount of cash. He stopped at a small inn one night to get some sleep, and he was never seen again. I'm gonna stop right there.
Oh,
What do you think happened to this judge?
bro, I already know what you did up north. You went to go check in with the Sancha. You had some plata on you, and you didn't know she was tied in with somebody.
Billy the Kid.
And they put you in the ground or on top of the mesa
Yeah,
somewhere.
Billy the Kid got your
That's
ass,
it.
dog.
And you were never seen again. That's like your truck disappeared too. You know, your vehicle or whatever there. Yeah, you don't. No. They already said, Los vemos. You were gone. I'm out of here. And that's what's sad about it there, because, you know, even though you weren't around from there, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you showed up and you were messing around, and that's what the fuck happened.
they caught him with his
let's-
pants down, dog.
Let's be real.
He's a judge. Of course, he was doing
It
that
was
shit.
a passion
He
crime.
stopped. The inn that he stopped in was called fucking Millie's Brothel and Brunch. You know what I mean?
It was that. There,
Yeah, and then Billy the Kid was there in the next room, like,
boom.
"Hey, did you see that judge that came in with that bag, baby?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get that bag,
I'm gonna
baby."
take that money, baby. You know how we do it, baby.
Shout out to Sue.
Baby.
All right. They said, oh, check this out. They said that his horse turned up days later, riderless.
No shit.
The saddlebags untouched, no signs of struggle, no blood, nothing. Locals swore they saw strange lights in the desert that night, floating orbs moving into patterns, lantern or a campfire. You know what? I changed my story. Maybe Billy the Kid didn't get him. Maybe the UFO alien from Roswell picked him up.
Cowboys versus aliens.
Because check this out. Cowboys versus aliens.
Cowboys
dog.
versus aliens.
And he was probably carrying a bag full of gold. It wasn't just regular cash. He probably had gold, and you know how the aliens love gold, dog.
Man, you know
Like
what I'm
that's why they're here, bro. They're
Natural
here for
resources.
They're here for the gold, dog. And if you got the gold, they're gonna get you in the desert with them floating orbs, dog.
Hence the Cowboys versus aliens, right there. Hence what we heard from somebody passing through the reserve there.
Oh yeah, he saw
Right.
Remember we're talking about the mutilated cows? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. One of our homies definitely saw like a whole plane a plane, not like a flying airplane, but like a plane, an open plane range.
Open field there. There's one way
At
in.
least 30 cows. Yeah, there's only one way in, one way out, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what was he saying?
Man, this gentleman particularly there was taking a drive through this area there. You know what I mean? It's a remote area in the part of northwestern New Mexico, and FBI was out there. It's federal land there, and there was, he said, about 30 some plus cattle that were just humped over dead. You know,
And
they weren't
their guts were all
mutilated.
taken out,
Yeah,
right?
it
Just
seemed-
their stomach.
Mm-hmm. Seems like something that we covered there a couple episodes back.
I love that, dude. I love how
You know,
I love when we cover something and then they're like,
and
"Nah,
this gentleman was out
these
of town
guys
there.
are
We
talking
don't really,
shit."
we don't really talk to this gentleman, but a lot there. But he happened to correspond with us and say, "Hey, you know what? I did see something like
and he
that
never
there."
saw the podcast neither.
Yeah, this gentleman is probably in his 50s, maybe 55, 60 demographic there. I mean,
Ooh,
unless
our
you follow
homie at
us
work?
like that. Though. Wow,
Oh,
we're not
he's
gonna say no names.
he's already 70, dog.
We're not gonna say no names, but yeah, he confirmed that they were out there, in a big swarm of units of intelligence of people investigating, taking pictures,
The CIA, the
so
FBI.
forth and so forth. There, especially being on federal land, they want to document it. So that was crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So yeah, I believe it there too. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
And we're here to cover it. You know what I mean? We're here to bring it to your attention. We're here to crash out on it if it bugs the shit out of us. We're here to say it to you. So if it bugs the shit out of you, crash out at home.
Yeah, or
if
you
it's-
can crash out on us. Leave a comment there.
Or if it's boring,
Share,
you
like,
can
and
literally
subscribe.
crash out on the couch.
We'll crash out with you. Trust me. There, we can go back and forth all day. You know what I'm saying?
I love that shit.
Uh-huh.
I'll go back
you
and
have
forth.
no idea. You have no idea how much we can go back and forth. All day. Trust me, don't go up that alley.
Crash out the sitcom. I'm your host with the most, the grossest uncle, T.I.O. Val.
It's your boy A Omega with the funky dope flavor there, aka the Funko the Drunko, the Feo. Ayo.
Ayo. This has been another dope ass episode. We love getting
in
high with
October.
you guys and bringing you guys this dope shit in October.
Crashing out.
This is the 13th episode, but it's Friday the 17th. 17 is one of my favorite numbers. Numerology is definitely,
And to mix in with the 1-3 there, that's crazy.
yeah.
You know how the way it lays out there. You know what I mean? Odds and evens, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's how we roll.
Even Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
Till next time, this is Crash Out the Sitcom. Peace.